Here's everything you need to know about ignition interlocks. In Florida, if you blow over a .15 when you get a DUI, or it's your second, third, fourth, or multiple DUI, as part of the resolution of the case, you're going to have an ignition interlock on your car from anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. So an ignition interlock is simply a device that gets installed under the dashboard of your car, and before starting your car, and sometimes while it's running, you have to blow into it to show that you have no alcohol in your system. It's a way for the court and the state to ensure that a person who has a DUI is not drinking and driving. They're a pain, you don't want to have one unless you have to have one. But that said, they install under the dash. They're relatively discreet, but to blow people are going to be able to see you blowing to start the car, and you have to get it serviced once a month. So in addition to being a little bit of an aggravation, they're kind of expensive. There's an installation fee and a monthly fee, though sometimes your attorney can get those things waived. So if you have to get an ignition interlock, be prepared to have it installed on your car. Do not have any alcohol in your system when you're driving the car. The system is very sensitive and will pick up on that. Even if you were drinking the night before, it's going to show up. So don't drink at any time before you drive. And then you'll have to, and then just be ready to have it installed for the time period required. It has to be installed on the car that was involved in the DUI unless the judge orders otherwise. So if that's a consideration, make sure that's taken care of at the time of a change of plea. And the other way to avoid having it done immediately is not to have any car, but in order for you to get a license, you're going to have a car that has the ignition interlock on it. There's no way really to get around the requirement. So if you're going to get your hardship license, you're going to have a car that has an ignition interlock installed on it. And if you are stopped by police officers for driving while you're supposed to have an interlock on your car, that could lead to new criminal charges. Just like your license says, if you have to have glasses on while driving, your driving license record will reflect that you have to have an interlock on the vehicle while you're driving. So don't think that you can put it on one car and start driving another, okay? If you're ordered to have an interlock on your car while you're driving, you have to have that interlock. You have to be driving the car with the interlock on it. Now, if your spouse or somebody else is driving the car, that's fine. They're going to have to blow to get it started. That's just how it is on the car. But if you're driving a car, it's got to have an interlock on it for that time period.